Hello, and welcome to Gunnar Weiskamp's Web Development. We're on to Lesson 11, looking at Angular Custom Services. So in Angular, you can create and inject your own custom services into your controller. Let's have a look. So this is sort of carrying on from one of our previous tutorials where we used services which were already there, like the Windows service. But now we're just going to create our own custom service. So let's have a look. I'll just I'll just mention, if you want to create this project, I'm using 2013. Just go File, a New Project, then Empty. We want an empty solution, so none of those are ticked. Oh yeah, and you want to make sure ASP.NET Web Application is done. Your Visual Studio is selected here. 4.5 is the framework, and yes, an empty solution. So we're not doing MVC, nothing like that, just an empty solution. Alright, now let us have a look. So yeah, currently here on our right, as you can see, we haven't got much. All we've got is our scripts folders, and here is all our Angular installed. So you'll need to obviously install Angular for this to work. Down here is my little scripts folder, which we've got here shown. So that's what we've got installed there. And you'll have to add a HTML page. Here I've called this page 1 HTML, which we have over here on our left. So you can see I'm referencing my Angular here. Always make sure it's in that fashion. That one first and then your script. And over here we've got our code ready to go in a way. Just one liner there. But let's add some code and see what we get. We might as well get the HTML here first. And then we shall get the Angular code. Okay, let's go, I guess, from left to right. Here we've declared our app, which references this guy here in our module. It's always important to use the ng app within your application. And then we've got a controller here, page 1 controller, which references this controller here, as you can see. We've got 3 inputs types, two are text and one to submit. So I guess what we're going to do here to demonstrate this, we're going to create a simple login form. So we're going to enter a username, password, and then use a custom service that we're creating to log in. So that's the aim of this game. Here we're passing the username via the ng model into the ng model here, and the password will go into its ng model here. When we hit submit, the ng click here will fire, and it'll call this logon function, passing in both the above username and password. Over here on our right, we have our Angular code. So in our controller, we're passing in here our scope, and this is where custom services come in. We're passing in our custom service, which is declared here. We've declared a message, which is connected onto here. Oops, that's left over from something else. We can get rid of that. Whoops, and that. Yeah, okay, there we go. So our message little guy there is connected onto that guy over here. Over here. Yeah, so, okay. And, yeah, now here we've declared spinning circle. Yeah, anyway. Oops, whoa. Here we've got our function declaring, and that guy is called over here in our ng click. It's going to be passed the username and password, and it's going to pass all of that here into our custom function. Yeah, so let's talk about custom functions. Here it is, in a way. To declare a custom function, you have to add that onto your app here, which is connected onto this guy here, and you have to use the service keyword. Then you pass in your custom function name first, and then you call the function, because it's going to be a function. In your custom function declaration, you can create a function, and here I've called this log in. It's always very silly, isn't it? Log in. Yeah, okay, that is silly, but let's go with that. That doesn't matter, you can call that whatever you want. So here is my function within this custom service, and all this is going to do is get the username and the password. It's going to check if we put in OK and OK2 for the password, and if so, you've logged in correctly, will be returned, and if not, you have logged in incorrectly. Obviously, if this was a proper login process, you'd have some sort of database interaction here. So how is this magic called? As mentioned briefly already, you inject your custom service within your controller, just like that. It has to be the same as this. And then when you're going to use it, you call it simply like this, and then obviously with its function login in declaration there as well, and then the parameters that it needs to work with, which in this case are these two parameters. And then if it has a return type, in this case it has a message, you put that in the return type there, which in our case will end up over here. So that's the mechanics of a custom function. Now we're all wondering, but will it work? And that's a very good question. Let's refresh that. Okay, currently we haven't got anything in there, so let's just put in new. This will say you have not you've not logged on. You have logged on incorrectly, which is correct because OK and OK2 will be the correct ones. OK, OK2, and submit. You have logged on correctly, which is what we're looking for. Little things that you can get caught up within when using this, you can sometimes forget to do that, and you're sitting there going, oh, why is my custom service function not being called? Because you need to declare the process in there. Because technically you can have loads of different functions here within a service, so a service can have multiple functions and uses, obviously. So that's why you've got to declare what you're doing with it. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hopefully get some more tunes out for you soon. Thank you.